In the popular soap opera Days of Our Lives, their opening theme was like the sands through the hourglass, so are the days of our lives. And in that soap opera drama, there were many twists and turns and many plots which always held out hope, but there never seemed to be a very happy ending because that's what captures our attention and keeps us tuning in day after day. But the funny thing is, we realize after a while that this story has nothing to do with the days of our lives. It has everything to do with capturing and harvesting our energy and attention and diverting us from actually living our lives and fulfilling our dreams. Welcome to Coffee Hour. I'm Stanley Smith. Each week at Coffee Hour, we take a look at a topic and a subject which actually is of interest to our participants. And as we transition here from the soap opera in Illinois that was connecting consciousness into this new thing, where we're working together to discern where and where we need to go in this unfolding story. Last week on the call, we talked about reclaiming our power and living into our dreams. And one of our participants shared the sentiment that she felt that she had never given up her power, and that our perspective that connecting consciousness left us, and that we didn't leave connecting consciousness was simply our opinion and our perspective. And I thought that was a valid point. But later, as I thought more about the idea of giving up our power and not feeling we've done so, I thought, well, that's very similar to our experience of living in the United States. What we all grow up with the idea that we're free and we live in a free country, but I think many of us saw how that worked out. In many ways, the belief in this was a means to subvert us from paying attention, and in many ways for surrendering many of the rights and freedoms that we simply just took for granted. I don't want any of us to lose sight of our individual power and our dreams as we transition here in Illinois. Our new group that is coalescing around the topic and the theme of Illinois Bridging Awareness. And I think that's a good working title for where we are now. We're aware that everybody has varying degrees of awareness during this time. And a lot of that awareness has to do with how we've responded to this disruption that we've all experienced together. Some of us are still 1 foot in, 1 foot out. Some of us sense that something was amiss in this soap opera of a story all along. We weren't quite sure what it was, but we just needed something to push us over the edge. And some people are really comfortable where they are. Some have described this as the Kool-Aid drinkers, and that can sound a little disparaging, but we don't want to be disparaging to people. We want to be respectful where everybody needs to be, but we want to continue to offer people the the hand for those who need a hand up to this next level of awakening as we continue on our journey. There are going to be some bumpy spots and some twists and turns in this drama. Each week in our Saturday call, I've been continuing the idea of our summer road trip. And this last week, we pulled off to the side of the road just to simply take a breather. And I think that's something that we all probably need to do at this point, wherever you are on your journey. One of our members asked if we all believe the same things and we're all in the same place on this journey. And I think that was a good question. And I don't believe we all believe all the same things because we don't know what everyone believes. Everyone's on their own individual path. I did offer the idea that I do believe the overall plot scenario of this drama is the idea that we are all needing to ascend and move toward the divine source. And I think this is the underlying premise of many of our journeys. It's just how we're getting there and how we might be getting off track or diverted in this journey, similar to the idea of connecting consciousness leaving us versus us leaving connecting consciousness. I think the story of the divine is that the divine is not far, far, far away from us. It's us that have wandered far, far away. And do we really need to accomplish returning to source through works? Probably not, but it probably helps if we stop running away. Similar to the sands of the hourglass, each one of our days is indeed precious, and each week on the Saturday call, we've fallen into the practice of ending with the Mary Oliver poem, the summer day, and the sentiments of that. Mary Oliver, she does suggest to us, what would any of us have done differently in our lives? I mean, of course, we might have done things differently, but we are living our lives, and it is our lives. And what would any of us have done differently? But more importantly, Mary Oliver asks in her poem, The Summer Day, what are we going to do with the rest of our lives? And she asks, what will we do with our one wild and precious life? And I think that's what we're asking now, and that's what we need to be focused on going forward. What can we make of this drama, this unfolding days of our lives, one grain of sand through the hourglass at a time? And we're hoping to continue to discern that together. If you'd like to learn more about this new group forming in Illinois, the Illinois Bridging Awareness, if you'd like to join us on the Saturday call, I'll include my email in the description of this video, and I'll be happy to send you an invitation. And I look forward to seeing you very, very soon.